Hey, it's you. I'm so glad you could come by, just like you said you would. What do you think of my new sign above the workshop? Gemma Prime's quality mods. I just had it put up. Wanted something that really said, the future of mods is here. It's a bit flashy, but in Neo Tokyo, blending in is the same as being invisible, right? I was going for that cybermod chic vibe. It's better than saying something like, cybernetic surgeon will cut you up and insert implants real good, right? Thank you for laughing. I know it's a silly joke. I'm really glad you made it here safely. The Kaiju Memorial District isn't exactly known for its, let's say, hospitable environment. But it's got its charms, if you know where to look. Right next to the shop, there's this noodle place, Dammy Soup 3000. They serve the best synth noodles in town, complete with customizable flavor algorithms. And just a couple of doors down, there's Neon Threads, a retail hotspot for the latest in techwear. If you need a wardrobe upgrade, that's the place. Oh, and there's The Glitch, a dive bar with an eclectic mix of patrons, from data miners to mech jockeys. Great place to overhear the pulse of the district. And across the street, that's the Zenith Park. By day, it's pretty serene, but by night, it turns into a luminescent wonderland with all its bioluminescent plants. It's a bit of a microcosm of the district. See that girl gearing up on her hover bike? That's Lexi, a regular client of mine. I just supercharged her ride with some top-tier tech. Fitted her with a hyper-thrust engine from Platinum Dynamics, real cutting-edge stuff. Boosts her speed like you wouldn't believe. And those Gravlev stabilizers, upgraded with Zenith Tech's latest gyro modules for ultra-precise maneuvering. She's big into the underground race circuits, you know, the kind where speed and tech merge in a blur of neon and adrenaline. I also installed a set of flux cap coils from Cybrush Industries for that extra kick of acceleration. And for navigation, there's the Neuralink map. It's a direct neural interface with real-time course mapping. Totally state-of-the-art, provided by VectorStream Solutions. The bike's defensive systems got an overhaul too. Fitted it with a Spectra Shield cloak from Aegis Dynamics. It's this reactive camo tech that adapts to surrounding visuals, perfect for staying under the radar. And those side panels? Reinforced with Kaneda armor plating from Titan Forge, makes them nearly impervious to impact. Let's not forget the sound system. I integrated a Sonic Boom audio kit from Echo Sonic, so she can really feel the beats as she races. Plus, I installed a custom holo display dashboard from Mirage Tech for a sleek, interactive control interface. Lexi's hoverbike is now a marvel of modern tech. I mean, from the ionized thrust vents to the nanofiber brake lines, every inch of it screams speed and style. It's rides like these that make the Kaiju Memorial District's race scene so legendary. Seeing her take off on a machine that's part lab, part art, it's a real thrill for any gearhead like me. Sorry, I sometimes get carried away talking about my work. How about you? How are things going on your end? Rough day, huh? A mission that didn't go as planned. That's always tough. In this line of work, with the stakes so high, it's bound to happen. But you know, it's how we rebound from these setbacks that really shows our mettle. Oh, hold on a second. Are those warning lights on your mods? That's not a good sign. Can I take a closer look? Let me just touch the sensors here. I need to do a quick preliminary check. This is a Kanjai Corp threader. I just have to insert it below your skin. It'll feel a bit strange at first. Is that okay? All right, hold tight for 1 second. Yeah, just as I thought. Your core stabilizer is showing fluctuations in power output. And this, the sync processor, it's overheating, causing those warning lights. Looks like there's also a minor disruption in the neural interface circuitry. These are not issues you want to leave unchecked, especially with the kind of work you do. I can fix these for you, no charge. Bring your gear to my workshop, and I'll get everything running smoothly again. It's the least I can do after you came all this way to see me. Plus, it gives me a chance to work on some impressive tech like yours. Consider it my way of helping you patch things up after a rough day. We'll get you back in top form in no time. Don't be shy. Come on in. It's just you and me here this evening. This place is the front office. Sorry about the mess. It's where I put some of my odd parts and ends. See these kids' toys on the bench? They're my little side passion. Each one is embedded with a micro AI core from Synthitech. They're designed to interact with children, teaching them basic coding through play. It's a fun way to bridge the gap between technology and education. Over there, you'll see a half-built robot. That's part of a collaboration with Echo Robotics. We're trying to integrate a quantum processing unit into its neural network. The idea is to enhance its decision-making capabilities, making it more adaptable to complex environments. Now, these shelves are lined with various gadgets, a mix of commissioned pieces and personal experiments. Like this one, the hollow projector glove. It's a prototype for a client in the entertainment sector. It projects ultra-realistic 3D holograms, still fine-tuning the haptic feedback module on it. And scattered around, you'll find bits and pieces of all sorts. Photon soldering kits, nano circuitry boards, and even some rare etheric capacitors from Alt-Tech Industries. Each component, each tool here is a story, a project, a dream in the making. Lexi gave me her leftover hover drive coils from Neurodynamics. Their legacy kind of Gravlev technology that's supposed to reduce energy consumption while boosting lift efficiency. If I can get them working again, I can put them into a new project worth some shiny credits. How do I keep it all safe in a district like this? You're right. I've got to stay one step ahead, especially with the expensive equipment I just bought from the Tech Prize with Voss. So, I've installed a pretty robust security system to deter and deal with any potential thieves. The crown jewel of my security setup? It's a turret system, but not just any ordinary one. I designed it to run mostly on non-electrical parts, making it highly resistant to EMP attacks. I know how thieves think in this part of the city, and EMP proofing is essential. This turret uses a combination of mechanical triggers and hydraulic action for its operation. It's old school tech meets new world tactics. Additionally, I've integrated motion sensors with infrared and ultrasonic capabilities throughout the shop. They're connected to an AI-driven monitoring system that can differentiate between a regular customer and someone with less than honorable intentions. And for good measure, I've installed a series of hollow decoys. If the system detects a breach, it activates these decoys, projecting multiple images of me around the shop. It's quite effective in disorienting intruders, buying enough time for either the turret to activate or for me to handle the situation personally. It's all about being prepared. In this business, and especially in this part of Neo-Tokyo, you can't be too careful. But rest assured, it's mostly non-lethal. I'm big on deterring rather than harming. And this project here, it's something I'm really excited about. I'm building a robot to help me manage the storefront. You see, with all the work in the back and my tendency to get lost in my projects, I sometimes miss customers who come in. This little guy, I'm calling him Storebot, is going to be a game changer. He's equipped with a customer interaction module, complete with facial recognition software and a learning AI algorithm from IntelliTech Innovations. This means he'll not only greet customers, but also remember returning ones, making the experience more personal. I've also integrated a holo display system in his chest. It'll show off our latest mods and gadgets in 3D, giving customers a glimpse of what's possible before they even speak to me. And with the voice synthesis processor I've installed, he'll be able to answer basic queries and even take messages when I'm too caught up in the workshop. The idea is for Storebot to be the first point of contact. It's a bit of a challenge, balancing the technical aspects with the need for a friendly, approachable demeanor. But I'm getting there. Once he's up and running, I think he'll add a whole new dynamic to the shop. And if Storebot sees anything he doesn't like, he can light them up with the turret system. Hey. Potted you checking out that pile of system splicers? You don't have one yet, do you? How about I hook you up with one? No charge. Consider it a little token of appreciation for your visit. There's a whole spectrum to choose from, each crafted by different innovators, each with its own flair. Like this one, the Neuralink Splicer from Mind Solutions. I'm thinking the Cortex Integrator Splicer from Cerebracorp might be just right for you. It's sleek, doesn't overcomplicate things, yet it's incredibly effective. Cerebracorp has a knack for creating devices that are powerful, but don't overwhelm the user. It's the kind of splicer that offers reliability and efficiency without the need for deep technological knowledge. Perfect for someone who appreciates the innovations, but also values simplicity and functionality. It's definitely the highest quality mod of the bunch. How does that sound? Let's get you set up with it. I have a feeling you'll find it a perfect fit for your needs. The rest of the workshop is actually below ground. We'll need to take the grav lift to get there. It's this way. Just step inside here. The grav lift is one of my favorite features of the shop, despite its quirks. It uses anti-gravity technology to smoothly descend to the lower levels. Well, usually smoothly. You'll see what I mean. There we go. Sometimes it has a bit of a mind of its own. I've been meaning to fine-tune the gyro stabilizers and recalibrate the gravity coils. But, client work comes first, especially the ones Voss sent my way. They've been keeping me pretty busy. And here we are. Welcome to the lower level of my workshop. This is where all the major projects take shape. Just watch your step as you get out. Some of the workshop is just as temperamental as this old lift. Okay, there's a few hazards here you should know about first. You see, I got this whole workshop space on a sweet deal, thanks to Jackson from Pulse Nova Haven. He's always had a knack for finding places with, let's say, character. So, this place has its quirks. Like that syntho-chem dispenser over there, attached to the neurovap unit. It's got a bit of a leak issue. I noticed it's been occasionally releasing some mist. Just don't go anywhere near it, and you'll be okay. Also, be careful around the plasma cutter station. It's not supposed to activate on its own, but it's been a little unpredictable lately. I think it was programmed with a personality chip I still need to remove. Sometimes engineers do that to make the automation process smarter. But it was made a bit too enthusiastic, if you ask me. And those hyperconductors stacked in the corner are a bit touchy. They're prone to emitting a strong electrical buzz if they get bumped. I'm working on a better storage solution for them. Then there's that pile of modulator cores in the crates. Just best to steer clear of them. They're mostly inert, but they can kick up quite a fuss if they're jostled the wrong way. I know, it's probably looking like a bit of a death trap right now. I'm sorry. I should have thought of that before I invited you to see the place. You don't mind? You like this kind of stuff too? I'm so happy to hear that. I like you, and I'd hate if I was scaring you away. But I guess we all have to put ourselves out there. Got to say, despite these little surprises, I love this place. It's got personality, and it's mine, all thanks to Jackson's tip-off. I see my Serenity X24 caught your eye. It's a hover vehicle frame I bought for myself. Do you know it? I'm not surprised. They stopped making them a few years ago. She's an older model, and she's seen a few too many acid rain baths. Nothing too flashy by Neo-Tokyo standards. But she's got potential. Loads of it. I'm tweaking her for smooth rides and luxurious speeds. There's something about refining and upgrading an older model that's incredibly satisfying. It's like unlocking hidden treasures within something many might overlook. I managed to get her at a reasonable price, a steal, really, for what she can become. Right now, I'm in the middle of overhauling her propulsion system, planning to install a series of hyperflow thrusters for that extra oomph. And for navigation, I'm integrating a ProtoNav AI guidance system. Its cutting-edge tech ensures seamless maneuvering through the city's skyscape. I'm also customizing her interior with adaptive comfort seating and a holoscape dashboard for an immersive travel experience. The idea is to blend luxury with performance, to create a ride that's as enjoyable as it is efficient. I'm almost finished working on her guts. Then I'll move into her holo interfaces. Once she's painted, she'll be a real beauty. But that's the future. For now, let's head over to the main work area. That's where the real magic happens. And thankfully, it's the most stable part of the workshop. Welcome to the heart of my mad scientist's laboratory. Good. I was hoping you would laugh at that. This right here is the nerve center of my tech haven, the NeuroForge chair. It's where I bring cybernetic enhancements to life for folks like you. This seat is equipped with hyper-neural connectors from Synapse Tech, a full suite of biometric monitors by VitalSync, and ultra-precise microsurgical arms from nanocrafters. It might appear dangerous just on appearance, but it's the material essence for people like you who survive and thrive on cybernetic implants. And then there's my main workbench, It's a multifunctional powerhouse. I've got a quantum diagnostic panel from SolarMix Solutions, known for its pinpoint accuracy in detecting even the slightest anomalies in cybernetic systems. Then, there's the Holo Design Terminal from Mirage Tech, where I visualize and prototype new mods in stunning 3D. And can't forget the Circuitry Synthesizer by Electroforge. It's my go-to for crafting complex circuit boards and nano components. Every tool, every component here is a story, a piece of a larger puzzle in the realm of cybernetics. From intricate neural lacework to robust mechanical augmentations, this workbench is where ideas transform into tangible, cutting-edge enhancements. In the center, there's the Omni Fabricator, a 3D printing unit by NanoBuild Technologies. This isn't your average 3D printer. It specializes in creating nano hardware, from microscopic gears to custom neural connectors. This machine crafts them with atomic precision. It's essential for when I need to build or repair components at the nanoscale. Then, there's the Adaptive Interface Console by Tech Synergy. It's a dynamic control center, allowing me to interact with various systems and gadgets I'm working on. I'm using pretty much every tool to fix that railgun problem for the client that Voss sent me. You've probably figured by now that's what that giant mech is next to the heavy grav lift. Voss's requests have been pretty demanding. But you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? I guess tech prizes don't come free, even after you win them. Like I said, it's a lot. I've left your head spinning, haven't I? You don't look like you're ready to run for hills yet. That's a good sign, right? So what do you think? It's pretty cool, right? That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. You know, when we met at the nightclub, Wait. What's that alarm? Hold on 1 minute. I have to run a systems check on the workshop. I don't have all my auto-diagnosis AIs online yet. Crap. It's the neurochem dispenser system. I was afraid this was going to happen if I didn't fix today. Such bad timing. The Neurovax RF9 fumes are reaching a toxic level. Why don't you head back up the grav lift? I can handle this, and I don't want you to get hurt. You want to help? No, really. That's okay. I only have one oxygen mask right now. And like I said, the RF9 fumes are toxic. It's reaching the point where they could even vaporize our skin if we get too close. Oh, you have a Loridyne third lung installed? Yes, if it's in working order, then it should filter the toxins from your lungs. Okay, I suppose I could use the help. One of us has to get near the injection system and manually override the shutoff. You'll do it? Like I said, it can burn your skin right off if you're not careful. Okay, you're right. There's not a lot of time. I'll prepare to jettison the excess Neurovax remotely from the work table once you've sealed off the injection system. Please, hurry, and be careful. The RF9 toxins are reaching a lethal level. Are you still okay? Oh no. You're looking really awful on the security cam. Pull the lever down and hit the green, then red button. Fast. You've done it. System is ready for shutdown. I'm doing that now. Okay. Now, ejecting excess toxins. Let me take off my mask and take a look at you. Oh my, I'm so sorry. You've lost a layer of skin on your right arm here. I have some skin grow spray. First, let me sanitize it and eliminate the toxins. Sit in the Neuroforge chair. I'll take care of you. seem like I've done this before. Yes, this is my craft. Being a cybernetic surgeon isn't for the faint of heart. We repair flesh just as much as we do hardware. Okay, I'm going to apply some Heaven's Mist for the pain. You're going to feel an initial rush. And now, the chemical neutralizer to eliminate any remaining toxins. This is full body, so it will take a moment as the forge does its work. Okay, now for the skin grow application. This will take a minute. You're definitely going to feel some sensations. But when I'm doing, you'll feel much better. It was really brave what you did back there. You didn't have to. Thank you. It would have taken me a few minutes to get into a ChemGuard suit and deal with it on my own. And by then, the toxins could have eroded some precious equipment. No, really. You saved me a lot of credits just now. You're my hero. I mean that. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. You're a good... Well, we only met last night, so I don't know what we are to each other just yet. But you've shown that you care, and that means the world. Okay, I've applied the skin graft. Flex your arm and see how it moves. Great. The holograph says your vitals are returning to normal. Nothing harmed that I couldn't fix easily enough. You've never been fixed so well before. I'm a natural. I'm humbled. Thank you. I'm lucky that you were here today. Since you're in the chair, why don't I fix those other things I mentioned that I noticed when we were outside? Let's start with that core stabilizer of yours. I'm seeing some fluctuations in the power output. Just hold still for a moment. The core stabilizer is crucial for maintaining the balance of your system's energy flow. It's like the heartbeat of your cybernetics. I'm going to recalibrate it to ensure it's distributing power evenly. This should smooth out those fluctuations. There, you should feel a bit more in sync now. Next up, your sync processor. It's overheating, and that's not something we want. The sync processor is like the conductor of an orchestra, keeping all your systems in harmony. Overheating can throw the whole concert out of tune. I'm applying a thermal compound to help dissipate the excess heat more efficiently. And while I'm at it, I'll upgrade the cooling system with a microventilation module. It's a small tweak, but it'll make a big difference in managing the temperature. Lastly, we have a minor disruption in your neural interface circuitry. The neural interface connects you, the person, to your cybernetics. It's a delicate and personal piece of tech, handling the ebb and flow of data between your brain and the enhancements. I'm going to gently realign the circuitry and strengthen the neural connections. This might feel a bit odd, like a tickle in your mind. It's important that these connections are seamless and intuitive, almost like an extension of your own thoughts. There, all done. Each of these repairs was not just about fixing a part. It's about ensuring you feel comfortable and attuned to your enhancements. They're a part of you, and I want to make sure they're working in perfect harmony with who you are. How are you feeling? Everything should be running much smoother now. Let's get that Cortex Integrator Splicer from CerebraCorp installed for you. This is a bit more of a sensitive procedure, as I'll need to access the deeper layers of your neural interface. It might cause some disorientation, but I'll be as gentle as possible. Is that okay with you? I understand. Thank you for trusting me. I'm proceeding with utmost care here. This kind of work requires delicate hands and a keen eye for detail. Accessing the inner parts of your brain now, the integrator will fit right into your neural network, but it needs to be positioned just right to function optimally. Just a moment. I have to be careful here. Okay, the splicer is now in place. Closing the hardware access now. There, the sensitive part is over. You might feel a bit of disorientation as your system adjusts to it. This is normal, so don't worry. I'm going to begin the calibration process now, ensuring that the splicer syncs perfectly with your neural patterns. This step is crucial for a smooth and seamless integration. Running diagnostics. And there we go. The Cortex Integrator Splicer is now fully installed and calibrated. How are you feeling? Yes, that's normal. It'll take a few moments for it to pass. But now, you'll be able to hack higher grade systems that you couldn't before, with a fair amount of range. One last diagnostic check, because we just did a lot of work on you. Looks good. Looks good. Okay, your J30 transmitter was a little wonky because of all the updates, but I've made it kosher. Voila, you should be good as new. I feel like I need a moment, too. It's not every day that a girl goes poking around in the sensitive hardware of someone she likes. Oh gosh, I'm blushing. We still hardly know each other. I don't even know if you're seeing anyone else. I think maybe we should go for another drink. Let's take a walk. Have you seen the Luminar Gardens yet? Their bioluminescent flora is a leftover remnant from the Kaiju attacks of 2044. I think you'd be mesmerized by the way those plants glow. It's like something straight out of a cyber dream. The way the colors shift and dance. I know that you have some incredible dance moves yourself. But this is otherworldly. Nature at its most alien. Take my hand. Tonight, I want to show you the tranquil beauty of Neo Tokyo and all that it has to offer.